And here it is, guys, the brand new addition to the Mercedes-Benz family, 2025 Mercedes-Benz G580 with EQ technology, or as I call it, an electric G Wagon. Now, I never thought I would see a G Wagon without a V8, and now we have the G550, and I definitely never thought that I would see this. This vehicle has no engine. Instead, it has 4 electric motors. It is fully electric. I kind of understand why Mercedes done it. With the age of electrification, if you can't beat them, join them. And today I'm here at Mercedes-Benz of Bonita Springs. I'm going to take you on a complete tour of this vehicle. We're going to check it out from the exterior, interior technology. And yes, I will take you for a test drive at the end of this video. So if you like watching videos like this, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel, hit that like and subscribe button. And now let's get back to this. What started off as a military vehicle quickly evolved into the vehicle of choice for the rich and famous. And of course, it's gotten plusher. It's gotten more equipment and electronics on the inside. And now we have this. This is the first fully electric G-Wagon. We'll see how it's going to do. But let's take a look at the design elements because it truly looks like one too. So the front end has been redesigned for 2025 model year. And I've already done the G550. So you've seen this brand new grille with 4 bars. We have this huge Mercedes star right here in the middle, front view camera, and this lower portion of the bumper with a lot of open spaces, helping with the aerodynamics of this engine right here. Now we have this typical to the G-Wagon round lights with the halos right around here, and so typical turn signals that are mounted right here on top of the fender. Of course, this hood is nice and long. It has the bulge right here in the middle. I'm not sure if you can see it. It's kind of like the G63 bulge, the Mercedes star, and here underneath, nothing. There's no engine in here because the motors are mounted by the wheels with their own transmission. Now, one difference in this vehicle versus the gasoline powered up, it doesn't have this front bar. Because Mercedes claims that this would make it too heavy and also would mess up with aerodynamics. And you need all of the aerodynamics of this vehicle to have a somewhat decent range, which is 239 miles. So it's not the longest with some of the vehicles pushing over 500 miles all electric range. However, with a shape like this, it's not bad either. Now, the 4 electric motors produce a total of 579 horsepower, hence the name G580, and 859 pound-feet of torque. So this is not the most powerful one either, especially looking at the electric Hummer. So there might be a space in the lineup for an AMG version of it. Well, I guess we'll wait and find out. And if we go around the corner, you can see this, so typical to the G-Class shape, very nice and square. Now, we have slightly different wheels than on the gasoline ones. I'm not a big fan of them. So they're AMG wheels, all shiny black, 275 by 50 on 20-inch rims. That's the shape of it. Now, we also have those typical extended fenders in here, and we have some chrome with blue. I'm not sure if you can see that right here, indicating that this is an electric one. Also, we have the EQ badge right here on the side that tells you that this is an electric vehicle. And it has the same shape and also the same improvements on the non-electric one, including this A-pillar, which they put this little spoiler up here and redesigned the whole thing to make the cabin quieter on the inside. Now, inside the mirrors, you'll find the turn signals, side view camera right here, blind spot assist. And as we kind of move away from this, you can see that this definitely is a G-Wagon shaped vehicle. Now, the new part about it is the keyless go. Okay, so here, you don't have to press any buttons on the key. Put your hand inside of the door handle. It unlocks it with this so typical to the G-Wagon sound. And let's go around the corner. Let's take a look at it from the back here. Now, this looks very similar, but not quite, right? The one difference that you notice right away is that the spare tire cover is very small, and that's because it is not a spare tire cover. Instead, we have a storage compartment that you can put maybe your electric charger in here. It opens up. It has definitely and squarer than the regular one. Still have the Mercedes star on the side, the G580, and you know, the low mounted all LED lights. We have the rear view camera, but still quite a bit of ground clearance. Now you can see some of the components of that electric system. All of the motors basically have their own transmission, right? That allows this vehicle to kind of do that spin, that 270-degree spin if you want to. But let's open this up and let's see what's going on. So the gate swings open. Okay, it is lighter just because it doesn't have that tire in the back. And here's what we have. So we have a lot of blue stitching all around this vehicle, again, indicating the electric aspect of it. No different as far as the space. We have the 60-40 split with some illumination. We have this cargo cover that's extendable. Overall, this is pretty much what you have inside of this cargo compartment. Is this your home charging kit? I believe and that is. Let's open this up. Yep. This is your home charging kit, but for faster charging, of course, use the commercial chargers as well. Now the seats fall down 60-40, as you can see that. That's what we have for cargo. Let's move on to the passenger compartment. Now let's check it out. Let's see what's going on here, guys. Look at this door panel right here. We have the carbon fiber, the aluminum around it. It has some blue thread inside of this carbon fiber, making it look very unique. Now, Burmeister speakers, we have the heated seats in the back. The inlays are two colors, right? They're darker gray, charcoal on the outside and the gray on the inside. Again, with this blue contrast stitching, looks absolutely amazing. And yes, so typical to the G-Wagon. It makes this sound that people love, and I'm going to demonstrate it for you in just a little bit. Now you have the window controls right here, and moving inside the cabin. First of all, look up here. You have this Burmeister 360 speakers. You have your door handles right here. You have a set of vents on the pillars right here, and another set of vents inside of this console. And in this console, you also have your rear climate control. And down here at the bottom, you have two USB Type-C ports and the regular 12-volt power outlet. Both seats, driver and passengers, have the seat back storage. And if you look at the shape of them, Mercedes is really good about designing those seats so you can fit comfortably in the back without taking too much space in here. Now here it is. This is how the seats look like in the back. So perforated in the middle. They're solid on the sides. Again, the blue contrast stitching go around all of this. We have this armrest that pops open, and nothing too crazy about this. Well, let me jump inside, see if I can fit behind myself. And what I mean by that, I adjusted the front seat to my regular driving position, and here. Okay, so I have to climb over. This is a pretty steep climb, but I can fit really nice and comfortable in here. Look at this. I have about 2 inches in front of my knees. I have plenty of headroom, probably 5 or 6 inches above my head, and plenty of shoulder room as well. Now, the seats are a little bit firmer. This is due to it being this off-roadier vehicle, but they feel so good. And of course, let's listen to the sound of the closing door. So typical to the G-Wagon. I love it. All right, so here's what's going on the front door panel. Up on top, we have the window mirror lock controls. Now we have the heated ventilated seats, 3 memory seat settings. Again, a speaker, same setup as we've seen in the back, and more storage down underneath here. Now, illuminated trim, Mercedes-Benz G-Class, right? And let's see, the seats, nice, profiled, bolstered on the side. Beautiful setup, guys. Here on the left-hand side, we have the controls for the lights. And let me jump inside, take that out of the sun. I'll show the rest of this interior. Well, first things first, guys, let's close the door. Boom, love the sound of it. And let's check this out. It's so cool. It's this vehicle ready to drive. Let's get this off the screen here. Now, for the first time in the G-Wagon, for this model year, we have the regular MBUX. Now, it took them a while because the first one came on the A-Class years ago, I think 5 years ago or so. Now, check this out. Edition 1, we still have the door handle, not the grab handle, I should say. Edition 1, we have the carbon fiber in here. We have the round vents in this polished aluminum trim. This is all very high quality. We have this contrast stitching right here. And yes, we have a little hood over those screens, which I think is going to make a huge difference in terms of visibility and what you can see on them. Now, steering wheel, typical Mercedes steering wheel for the new generation one, we have the 2 bars on each side, right? So we have the controls, what's going on right here in the middle in the instrument cluster. So hit the home button, and that allows you to do some customization on here. We'll go through some of that. Down here at the bottom bar, we have the cruise control, adaptive cruise control, just like on the regular G. And right here on the right hand side, we control what's going on right in the instrument cluster. We also have the voice control, phone pickup, hang up button, favorite button, and voice control. So right here, instead of having the pedal shifter, these are your region buttons. You can set up your region level, and that allows you basically a one pedal driving. And here's what's going on in the instrument cluster. It looks exactly the same, basically, with the except of everything's kind of has this bluish tint to it. This is, of course, the sign of electrification. And you don't have the tachometer. You basically have the speedometer on the left hand side, and on the right hand side, what you see is the percentage of power that's being used right now. Everything else is very much the same. So right here in the middle, you see from start 826, I don't even know what that means, something per mile. And then 4 miles, 25 minutes, 11 miles per hour. And then from reset, eco display, range, we have 30 miles, plenty to do a quick test drive in here. This vehicle, by the way, was sold originally. Somebody backed out. So if you were looking for one and they might still have it, you can go ahead and purchase it. So different options can be displayed right here in the instrument cluster. Hit that home button, and right now it's shut off. It says don't leave people in the vehicle, but I still want to demonstrate it for you. So sport, understated, classic, navigation, assistance, off-road, and service. These are your choices basically right here in the middle. If we go to the infotainment system, right now it's saying, hey, it's 13% charged. That's goodbye, right? Because I didn't do anything and it's just sitting in this vehicle, so it thinks I'm leaving. But it's got about 30 miles range, okay? We're going to hit the home button. So starting off with this Mercedes-Benz EQ, that's really what I want to see what it's all about. Charging function unavailable. Please switch on in the vehicle. Maybe that's what we should do here. Switching on. I thought it was switched on. Okay, now it's switched on. Oh, did you hear that sound, by the way? It makes this growling sound like it has the regular combustion engine. Of course, it doesn't. So charging range right now, maximize range. We can add another 3 miles if we turn off the AC, and another 1 mile if we drive in the eco mode. Consumption, here it is. This is your map, navigation, of course, phone. You have the wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. You have your regular stereo, reserve level, charge high voltage battery. I guess if it goes below a certain level, that's what it does. Now you notice that I'm doing a touchscreen. There's several different ways to control it. We still have the ability to control it on the side. So your comfort, off-road. Here's the thing, guys. This vehicle is off-road capable, even though it is fully electric. They sealed the outside of this vehicle so it can actually do a deeper water crossings than on the regular gasoline G Wagon. But then you also have all of the ability to see what's going on as far as the drive, your steering angle right here, basically. And then you have tire pressure, tire temperature, position, where we at. Now, as far as the suspension, okay, you can do that as well. You can see the drive suspension type, right? And tire pressure, tire temperature, and back to drive. 52 feet above sea level on the second story here in the parking structure, so probably just about right. Let's see what the rear view camera does. I love the quality of the rear view camera here. Now we have the trajectory lines right here. Let's see the front view camera. All right, we have the side view, see what's going on the side, and the fully 3D. Okay, again, I'm in this parking structure. And here's your parking. Drive forward to search for parking spaces. That's your basically parking assist. And you can camera activation position safe. So every time that somebody comes in this particular location, is going to turn on the camera. Well, that's what Mercedes does. Again, go back to the home screen. I'm actually going to put it in park so I don't roll. Go back to home screen. By the way, I can do it all from this different location. We go to settings. These are the vehicle settings. We can activate this Mercedes Me feature, which we're not going to do because other than that, you know, we have to subscribe to it and purchase the vehicle and also on. So assistance, collision avoidance assistance, camera, vehicle, lights, system, info. All right. Tons of customization on this vehicle. In the comfort settings, you have your ambient lighting, you have your seat and massage, so different colors are available. You can do the monochrome, again 64 colors. I keep on mentioning that, but I think that's the most that out of any vehicles that they have. And so different color displays. And go back here, brightness. Okay, let's move it up here, guys. Let's light it up and see where all of this lighting is coming from. Look at this. It's visible. Okay, it's nice, and you can have it either in the monochrome or multicolor display. Back to the home screen. We've seen the off-road settings. We've seen the info settings. Basically, the newest generation of the MBUX is here on the G-Wagon right now. Here is the typical to the G-Wagon, right? We have the 2 round vents in here, and this is where you have the diff locks normally on the regular G-Wagon. This is a little bit different. You can select the low range, or you can do, you know, the 360 turns. Now, I'm pretty sure you can look up the videos how it does it. You engage it, and the vehicle basically spins around its own axle. Well, it's not recommended to do it on asphalt unless you have plenty of spare tires to do it for the off-road cockpit. That's a button actually that opens up this, and then we can turn off basically the traction control, and we can also turn on in that front view camera. Now, that has this transparent hood, what they call it. So if I start driving, as you can see what's going on underneath the vehicle. There's a camera that basically records it and projects it on the screen. So that's really helpful if you are taking this vehicle off the beaten path. By the way, I wonder how many people will actually do that, or is it going to be something that's going to be a carpool vehicle for most? I think that second one is true. Down here at the bottom, you have the climate control, and notice that if I heat it up, look at the vents right here, they turn red, so that indicates that I am actually heating it up or cooling it down if I lower the temperature. Now we have all of the standard basically shortcuts for the temperature, the fan, the position settings and stuff. And check this out, carbon fiber, looking beautiful. And open this up. Now we have the wireless charging, 2 USB Type-C ports. We also have, now this is the heated, right, or ventilated cup holders. So you have a cold drink, and make sure that it's illuminated in blue. If you have a hot coffee, let's say, you put it in red, it's going to keep it warm. So, all right, that's pretty cool too. We also have a trackpad. That's another option that's still available on the G-Wagon, and that you can control what's going on in the infotainment system. And here is your drive modes. Let's see if there's anything different in here. So we have individual, sport, comfort, trail, and rock. So it says activate drive mode. We're not going to do that right now. I'm actually going to leave it in sport for just a second here. And then here's what we have. Parking assist, right? The vehicle settings. You have your favorites, Navi, map, radio, media, and the EQ button turns on. Basically what we've seen before. All right, open this up. We have more storage down here. Okay, you can close this. Let's see what's going on up here. Okay, so we have 3 HomeLink system buttons right here at the bottom and up on top. There's your speaker. You can turn on the lights, very nice and bright. And of course, we have a sunroof, a regular sunroof, okay, but allows you to add some air and light inside this cabin. Oh, right, guys, I'm rushing through that, but there are several people that are waiting to look at this vehicle, so we're just going to do a quick test drive. Talk about the pricing really quick. Here, I didn't see any of them Mercedes-Benz side, but here's the speaker sticker to it. This is the G580 with EQ technology. The base price on this vehicle, $161,500. It has the Edition 1 package, which is $18,250. Total MSRP, $180,990. I'm not sure what they're selling it for. So if you are interested, definitely give the guys here at Mercedes-Benz of Bonita Springs a call. Renee is really great. She'll be able to help you out with this. So with that said, guys, let's take it for a quick spin. The beginning of this video, I mentioned that I'm not sure if I'm excited or mad looking at the electric G Wagon. I think the right answer is both. There's a certain clientele that is purchasing the G Wagon, and then in one of the commercials I saw, hey, coming to the Whole Foods near you, an electric G Wagon. Now, that's probably true. That's most of them are going to end up in the high-end neighborhoods, and some of those people like innovation. They believe that the electrification of automobile industry is going to change the world. But I'm so glad that Mercedes left both the gasoline engines, the performance one, the G63 being the granddaddy of them all, and the G550, which, you know, they changed it up a little bit. It's an inline six. It's a really nice inline six engine though. And then they added this. Now, driving this for just a minute here, I noticed that it drives just like a regular gasoline vehicle. And definitely, this being electric, it should get the torque and power right away. But this is not the fastest thing out there. 4.6 seconds, 0 to 60. And wow, that puts the smile on my face, because not only it's fast, but it's also a very familiar feeling. It's also very G-Wagon-like feeling to the vehicle. So I'm actually very pleasantly surprised with the way that this vehicle handles it. It feels like a G-Wagon. And it has that fake engine sound instead of this droney feel or the droney sound that you have on several of the electric vehicles that you have. It sounds like a spaceship. This sounds like actually a combustion engine vehicle, which is great. And I've seen some of the videos of the G-Wagon being tested out. There were some of the promotional videos, of course, from Mercedes-Benz, but they tested it out in the off-road settings. And this vehicle is really capable. So even though most will probably never use it, it's good to know that if you needed to take it off the road, you can definitely do that. And it's going to be, you know, just as capable, if not more, than the regular G series. So let me know what you guys think about this. Does it have a place in the marketplace? I guess time will tell and sales will tell. So far, just like anything new, it is very popular. I was talking to the dealership and they said they've gotten 4 of them. 4 of them were pre-sold. For some reason, one deal fell apart, and that's why I was able to actually get this and get my hands on it and test it up really quick. I wasn't expecting to look at this that soon, but I'm glad I did. This is my first look, guys. But I hope you learned something from it. Whoa, look at this, guys. Wow. This is plenty fast. This is not a Tesla fast, or it's not a Hummer fast where you have the Hummer EV and you have the WTF mode, which is Watch to Freedom, which basically puts you in the back seat. But this is fast enough. It has more of that gasoline engine feel, and I like it. This is probably my favorite EV truck. Can't believe I'm saying that. Don't say that. Okay, say that. No, don't say that. Well, time will tell. For now, I would like to have a internal combustion one, a G63, preferably. If I check my lottery numbers and win it, maybe I'll buy one before they disappear. But this is not a inexpensive vehicle. $186,000. It's still cheaper than the G63. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked this video and I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel. Help me grow it by hitting the like and subscribe button if you're already part of Matt the Car Guy family. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.